come from you in the further as we review the last Insidious movie we'll be doing until they make another one.
Insidious Chapter 2. That's on.
Talk about a series that we had no intention of covering. We had no intention of watching. Here we are, and it is
Very good.
yes, we just finished watching Insidious Chapter 2, which takes place directly after Chapter 1, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a great story. The jump scares weren't that bad. The villain was ugly as hell.
You want to go through the story?
So basically,
This story takes place kind of in like 3 different places. You want to do the beginning of the movie?
Alright, so basically it's about Josh having his powers to go into the further, and Elise, as young as she possibly is, along with Josh's mother, try to help him out. And then it's kind of like a backstory at the beginning for a little bit, but then as it gets further into the story, you can understand it more and how like things work out the way it does in the movie and stuff.
We also go into during the second act we go into like actually 2 separate stories. There's a story with Josh's character played by Patrick Wilson again, and Renee played by Rose Byrne in one half of the story, and then we also get another story with Tucker and Specs as they investigate where the poltergeist from the first movie, who had taken over Josh, is doing.
Now this guy, his backstory is weird. I can't even believe someone would actually have the child do that. So there's this old guy named Patrick, I think.
No.
No, what was it? The character's name is Old Parker. So Old Parker was this old guy who acts like an old woman. Because apparently when he was a young boy, his mom didn't like him being
a boy.
So she made him dress up like a girl and act like a girl and stuff like that. It was just insane and weird. Cause
It's not though. If you listen to the Who song "I'm a Boy," look it up. Anyway, This is a movie that you can tell. This is a series that's actually made pretty cheaply, and that's not a bad thing. There are tons of reveals in this movie, probably more than any horror movie should have. There are constant moments when you go, "Oh, I remember that from either the first movie, or I remember that from earlier in this movie."
yeah.
This movie is well directed, well played. Anyone you want to shout out for? Because I am. I have mine ready.
Lynch.
Oh, shout out to Patrick Wilson.
Oh, for him being so creepy and crap.
He is fucking menacing in this movie.
He's so damn creepy. You swear, in the first, for most of the first of the movie, you would have sworn every time when they look at him.
He was a fucking serial killer.
Exactly, he looked creepy as hell, like he's ready to, like he's ready to eat someone's baby. I was like, Jesus Christ. You look fine today.
I guess we have to talk about it because they're in all of them. Specs and Tucker weren't Specs and Tucker weren't bad in this movie. Actually, they were pretty good, and their comedy worked at times.
Yeah, out of all the movies.
Yeah, I will say this: I was a little bit. I don't know how to say it. Listen, we all know the best part of these movies is Lynn Shire.
Exactly. Lynn Shay, that's how he's.
Lynn Shay, there you go.
Shire.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Shire. Lynn Shay. And it kind of annoyed me at the beginning when they did a flash back to the 80s, to 86, and you saw this young girl, and the lip syncing was good. Don't get me wrong. But every time she spoke, I was like, wait, that's not Lynn.
That's not her.
That's not her.
Yeah, they kind of did a voiceover for some young girl who tried to play Elise. Like, we all know that's not her. Just stop trying. Just stop. Stop.
But it was fun at the same time.
It still didn't work. Anyway.
Any bad things about this movie?
I can't find one bad thing about it.
The only bad thing I can say about the movie is the main villain, Parker, wasn't really... It didn't do anything for me. Like, he wasn't as scary as the villain from the first movie.
The Darth Maul villain.
Yeah, he wasn't as menacing as the person from The Last Keys.
Well, he sure as hell.
It was kind of like the cast around him that made the movie good. And just the fact that the movie was well crafted. I would never thought I would have said
He
that.
was only good when he took over Josh Howard.
Josh.
That was friggin' awesome.
Oh, that's because Patrick Wilson was awesome in this movie. Rose Byrne as Renee, she was really good. It's always a welcome sight in these movies to see Lynn Shy.
If you've seen the other movies, then you would know why it's so important to see Elise in this movie. Especially after she freaking died in the last one. And we also have another spiritual person or whatever, and his name is Carl. And he also
he plays Dungeons and Dragons because he just keeps shooting dice.
Oh. Anyway, he also tried to help Josh back in '86, but he got so scared that he actually reached to Elise. And that was when things started getting weird. Especially after when Specs and Tucker went into her old room and saw the tape. And then they realized about the whole time travel thing and stuff.
Yeah, this movie goes back and forth between current day and either stuff from the first movie,
The previous one,
or stuff from earlier in this movie.
and they actually explain a lot and how certain things happened in the first movie. I was like, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of old moments in this movie. This
like
movie
that. It was pretty clever. All those moments.
It is.
Like how the door opened because it was actually the spiritual Josh who opened it and set off that alarm. It was that other creepy guy who was actually talking in the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, they explain a lot of the events of the first movie.
And it was Josh and Elise who fought that creepy guy who tried to take the baby in that scene. That was actually pretty cool.
There's a lot of cool things in this movie. Even when Josh goes into the Shining mode, when he tries to kill his family.
Oh yeah,
that was
cool.
That was really good.
Oh, this is one scene where.
Let's not go too much into spoilers. This is a really good movie. This is a really good series. We're actually going to be coming back in a little while, talking about the whole series. So, what do you want to give Insidious Chapter 2 score?
8.
8. I love this movie.
This movie was friggin' good.
This movie is really well made, and the storytelling is really good. This whole series is really good. That's why we're going to do a retrospect on the series. So, until then, our review's an 8. Any last words? If you saw the movie, you would get it. You cracked me up, little buddy. Later.